Hijacked. One way to understand hijacked is by considering our nervous system, the polyvagal nerve. Polyvagal nerve goes down from the back of the brain all around the heart and lungs, and another leg of it goes down into our intestines and wraps around our spine. And so that nerve is responsible for feelings and for communicating to us. So for example, when I leave the house and I've said goodbye to my family and I'm in a good state and I'm in communication, I'm in a ventral state. My nervous system is in connection mode. That's home. That's where we live mostly, or that's where we want to be. And then if I'm driving my car to work and all of a sudden there's a crash ahead of me and an alarm, a siren goes off and an ambulance starts wheeling its way towards me, I'm in sympathetic. My system is activated. I'm mobilized. I'm either going to fight, flee, freeze, please, do something. It might not be any of those things. If I've got a healthy system, I might actually get out of the car or pull over or do something to mobilize. If I finally get to work and I go into the office and my boss is ready to give me a big heavy talk, and I am shrinking from him and feeling fear, I may go into dorsal, which is the state where you just kind of collapse, disappear. And all of those states are where we move back and forth. There's a ventral brake. It's like a bicycle brake, we can move in and out of those states pretty easily when we're healthy. But when we have issues, like when we get stuck in those areas from trauma, so we got, we wanted to fight and we wanted to flee, but we couldn't. And we ended up, moving into dorsal and then never coming out of it. Or we move into sympathetic and never coming out of it, like the brake's faulty. That's when we're hijacked. That's when we are confusing what's happening in the present with what's happened in the past, and our nervous system is acting as if the past was in the present. And so part of being hijacked is noticing, wow, I'm moving my system, I'm feeling activated, my system is mobilized. What is, with awareness, what is the right move here? So that's hijacked. So hijacked is when you're stuck, I think, in a sympathetic state. That vagus nerve is kind of activated there and you can't move out of it so easily. It's when you're in an I am it relationship. When you're in an I thou relationship, you can see the person for who they are and what they need, and they can hear you, and there's a little bit of a contact, communication. But when you're hijacked, it's an it. You're just in your stuff. You can't see the other. I experience it mostly with my partner, and because we've both been hijacked by our son's death. And so I feel I'm often in the sympathetic nervous system state where I'm still looking to do something and I'm powerless to do it. So I feel I know the experience of being hijacked through that, but also just through living over, 25 years with a person who's almost there to activate you, to kind of push you to surrender all those lies that are founded in the trauma that came with living and surviving life. So that's hijacked.